Hey everyone, in today's video I want to talk about two different running belts, that is the Salomon Pulse and the Arc'teryx Norvan. We're going to talk about features, differences, and then I'm going to give some recommendations. So for the purpose of this video and for sizing, I think that's always really helpful. I'm about 6'3", about 180 to 190 pounds, depending on the day. I have a 32 or 33 waist. I think that's pretty much all that matters for today's video. Now, let's get started with the Salomon Pulse. The Salomon Pulse is 62 grams. It has a capacity of about 0.8 liters. It has two pockets, one pocket in the front with a zipper, one large pocket in the back, and there is the ability to carry either a jacket or poles with the loops on the back. I have my Salomon Pulse in a size medium. And finally, the Salomon Pulse comes in at about $35 for just the belt. Let's take a closer look at the Salomon Pulse and see how I usually pack it when I go out for a run. So, as I said earlier, the belt has two main pockets. There's a zippered pocket in the front and a non-zippered elastic pocket in the back. I personally like using a smaller 250 milliliter flask like this one from Hydro Pack that specifically has the ability to close it, because I've found when you use a larger 500 milliliter flask like this one that comes with the Norvan and you put it up against your back, it has a tendency to leak. And that's not fun. It's not fun to have a wet back from your water bottle. So with this 250 milliliter flask, I can usually fit at least two gels and my keys. And then my phone in this front zippered pocket that's about that big. I can't fit too much more. Like I said, I could attach either trekking poles or a jacket with these straps on the back, but I personally haven't found them super useful. Now let's talk about the Arc'teryx Norvan. The Arc'teryx Norvan is 81 grams. It has a capacity of about 1 liter. It has 5 pockets, one in the front, one in the back, one on each side, and then a little zippered pocket. It also has a key loop, and it also has straps in the back for poles or a jacket. The Arc'teryx Norvan costs $80 and it comes with the belt as well as a 500 milliliter soft flask. Now let's take a look at the Arc'teryx Norvan and see how I pack it for a run. So, like I said before, there are 4 pockets, and let's try to show them right here. So there's one in the back, one in the front with a key clip, one on either side. What you'll notice is a little bit different with the Norvan is that the pockets are sort of on the inside rather than on the outside. This makes your gear feel a little bit more secure, although I've never had anything fall out of my Salomon Pulse. So I'll usually put my phone in this front pocket and save it only for my phone. And then I'll have snacks or things like sunscreen on the side pockets. You can see I can fit a Cliff Bar, I can fit at least 3 or 4 gels. I can also fit this 500 milliliter flask pretty easily, although it has the same problem as I've talked about before, where these ones without any sort of lock can leak, and that can be really not fun. So while this comes with the Norvan, I'll either use a 250 milliliter flask like this with a locking top, or a 500 milliliter flask with a locking top. And then there is this zippered pocket in the front, as I mentioned, that you could put your keys in, and it's pretty small. I think keys or a really small wallet is just about all that you could fit in there. But that's how I pack my Arc'teryx Norvan to go out on a run. So what are the main differences between these two running belts, and why do I have both? They seem pretty similar on paper. Well, let's start by answering that second question first. So I really like running with a belt. I run between 25 and 40 miles a week. That's across road and trail. I like having music and snacks and water in the summer. So a running belt is pretty much the perfect pick. Now, in terms of the differences between these two running belts, I'd put them in two different categories. The first is carrying capacity, and the second is how they feel. which might be kind of funky, but just wait, I'll explain in a moment. When it comes to carrying capacity, I think the Arc'teryx Norvan definitely wins. Having 2 pockets on the side is really helpful if you're trying to organize snacks or gels. I said the second difference was how they feel, and what I mean by that is how they feel on your skin. When I run with a belt, I'll either wear it below my t-shirt or above my t-shirt. And when I'm wearing it below my t-shirt, I don't want it to feel uncomfortable. While the fabric on the Norvan looks like a similar one to sort of traditional running vest mesh, it's actually a little bit more thick and abrasive. And I've found that I don't love wearing it sort of close to my skin under my t-shirt. Instead, I wear the Arc'teryx Norvan over my t-shirt and the Salomon Pulse either under my t-shirt or next to my skin. So which of these belts would I recommend? Well, if you don't think you're going to carry all that much stuff, maybe you just want to carry your phone, or you just want to carry your phone and a little bit of water and a little bit of food, I definitely go for the Salomon Pulse. At $35, I think it's the best belt out there. You can also find it on sale a lot of times. And with the added flexibility of wearing this under your t-shirt and maybe just with your phone, I think the Salomon Pulse is a really good pick. If you think you're going to be going on longer runs, or if you want more ability to organize the things that you're carrying, I think the Arc'teryx Norvan is a really good choice. It gives you some added flexibility, it gives you some added capacity, and coming with the soft flask, it's sort of an all-in-one package. Now, there are other belts from other manufacturers. These are not the only 2 out there, but I think both of these are really good choices for simple, minimalistic running belts. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like. You can probably tell I'm just a guy doing reviews. I'm not a professional by any means. I just want to try to answer questions that I have where I haven't been able to find an answer to online. So thank you, and I hope you're able to go outside soon.